bullshit's blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one. How dare you? Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game. Do you know who you are when you think you're
Yo, yo, yo. Wait, can you guys? Okay. Audio should be good. What is up, guys, and welcome to our Higurashi visual novel live stream playthrough. Right now we're on chapter 2, part 8. And in the last chapter, so much happened. I feel like this was like the climax of chapter 2. But at the same time, I feel like this isn't the end of the story. Like, we have so much more to go. No one got cursed, so we still have that to look forward to. There were no deaths, so of course that's bound to happen sometime soon. And I have a really bad feeling as to who the killer is probably going to be this time around. But anyways, in the last part, I believe... Okay, so Keiichi had finally put the pieces together, and he finally has an idea of where he went wrong in the past. After getting a couple of hints from Rena and taking some time to reflect, he realized that he screwed up by not giving the doll to Mion, because he thought that it didn't really suit her, that she was a little bit too tomboyish so she wouldn't be interested, when in actuality she really wanted it. And she was heartbroken when he gave it to Rena instead. Someone who already had... I don't think she had a doll, but she already had a gift from the toy store owner. So, Mion was really hurt after that. And Keiichi, once he realized this, he decided to go and take Mion back to the toy store to get her a gift himself. The only problem was, it wasn't actually Mion, it was Shion, but he didn't think that Shion and Mion were two different people. So once they finally got into the toy store, then he... Wait, let me turn it down a bit. That got super loud. But he was just about to buy Shion a gift, and then he saw that Mion was already inside the store. So now, finally, for the first time, he saw both of them in the same room, and he can finally realize, okay, these are two different people. This wasn't just Mion pretending to be Shion. And from here, this is where things just spiral downhill terribly. Because Mion saw that Keiichi was with Shion. And Mion really likes Keiichi, so she's immediately, like, confused. Like, number one, how do you two know each other, and what are you two doing here? And then, this is where Shion starts to rub salt in the wound. She's saying things like, oh, me and Keiichi are here on a date, and my lover is about to buy me a gift, and it was just... I felt so bad for Mion. Because not only did she, like, lose her crush, but she lost her crush to her own twin sister. And clearly, those two aren't really on good terms with each other, so I feel so bad for Mion. I don't think she deserved any of it, and that's why I made the stream title what it is, man. Mion did nothing to deserve this. Alright, let's see. Yo, that guy C, welcome to the live stream. Dapper Shinx, welcome to the stream. We also have Duetto here. Welcome. We have Neko Chibi, glad you could make it. Lucifer-chan, holy crap, so many people. No Name is here as well, and Arxie. Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm glad y'all could make it. And of course, it wouldn't be a Higurashi stream without Yoke either. So welcome to the stream, my friend. Let's see. Let me actually open the game so we can jump right into it. I'm gonna try my best not to stall today, alright? We're gonna keep the tangents to a minimum. And even though I say that, I have a pretty good feeling we're gonna go on a couple tangents. But it wouldn't be a cloudy stream without at least 5 tangents. See, the killer is Yoke. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Man, why would you expect someone would be cursed or dead at this point? In Higurashi, there's a time and place for that sort of thing, you know? Well, I mean, how do I explain it? We haven't seen anyone dead yet, and we haven't seen anyone cursed yet, so I thought that last chapter, or last part, was the climax of the series. When in actuality, we're just getting into this, man. We still have so much to go. So let me, boom, head on over to here. Let's do this. Mion was cursed with sibling NTR. Oh my god. Mion decided to become the central character this chapter. That's what she did. It's a death sentence in Higurashi. Man, see, but this is where I'm really like looking forward to what happens next, because I don't know. Is Shion going to be cursed or is Mion going to be cursed? That's what I want to know. I think either way, it's going to be spicy. The talk is important too, you know? Higurashi when they NTR. Oh god. Alright, let me make sure all my audio is good to go. Alright. We should be looking pretty good. Alright, let's see where we left off. The end of the chapter. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. We ended the chapter and then I also read the brand new tip we got. Right? It hasn't been... Yeah. We saw that. I'm playing my new Wii, so I won't be as active, but I'll be here. Your new Wii! Is it the Wii U? Or like the regular Wii console? Because personally, out of the two, I prefer the Wii. LOL, please no. Alright, I guess we're ready to dive right into this. The new Wii XL. Classic Wii, nice choice. What games you got for it? If you don't have Wii Sports, you're missing out. You're 100% missing out. Oh wait, we can just continue from here. Go and Sotu were about Satoko getting NTR'd. That's what happened, right? Pretty much. Pretty much. Let's see. Okay, is my volume good? I think right around here should be okay. So, the next day. Let's see. Oh man. Alright, I gotta brace myself. Because I'm sure we're about to bump into Mion. Also, wait. Real quick, before we get into this, am I the only one that's like extremely disappointed with Keiichi? Because he didn't do anything in that situation when Shion and Mion were arguing and Shion was saying all these things like, oh, we're on a date and he's my lover. He didn't deny any of this. He went there with the intention of buying a gift for Mion, and he never gets the gift for Mion. I'm just so confused. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wait, hold on. I'm actually playing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is actually a GameCube game. I cannot... How do I explain it? I feel like I've gained a whole new level of respect for you after reading that one sentence. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is one of my favorite games of all time. I could literally sit down and play that game and have a blast right now. And I think my first time I played it was like maybe 15 or 16 years ago? Maybe, no. Like, oh man, it's been so long. It's like 17 years ago. That was one of the first games I ever got, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely love it, man. Keiichi didn't do anything because he's still flabbergasted that Mion and Shion are different people. He thought it was Mion the whole time, also dense protagonist. That's true, but like, I guess. I can understand he's confused, and he's also, a little dense, but, man, he could have done something, man. Yep, exactly. Chao Garden is just... chef's kiss. The game is already amazing, but the Chao Garden is so much fun. You could literally just dump hours into just raising Chao all day. Also, Keiichi isn't exactly... Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I almost forgot about that. Keiichi hurt itself in its confusion. Dude. I agree. Raising Chow was so good but so exhausting. Man, that's so true. I think I loved the Chow races where you have different stages. Like one stage is perfect for flying Chow, the other one is perfect for swimming Chow. Oh man, dude, the memories, they're flowing in right now. Our lovable dumb boy. Exactly, exactly. Alright, so let's see. Things can't possibly get worse than they are now, right? They can't possibly. So let's see. The next day. It was a strange day where Mion was desperate to regain her composure. Every time Every time our eyes met, she would say that she had something to do, or that she had to use the washroom and run off. It's already started. It's already started. You gotta do something drastic soon, Keiichi, if you want to fix this. Because from what it sounds like, yeah, there's like a clear severance in their relationship right now. Unable to just watch, Rena was taking care of her the entire time. She is indeed. Satoko. First one to kind of break the ice and bring it up.
一部始終を知ってはいるんだが、なんとも説明しづらい。
女の子には不安定になる時もあるのです。
There are times when girls are emotionally unstable. Wait, actually, let me see if I can do this. And then... Okay. Oops. Alright, that should be okay. Let's see, let's keep the talking to a minimum. 10 minutes of Sonic talk later. Anyone else see that Satoko ghost? What are you talking about? Satoko ghost? You okay, Yoke? I know I haven't seen you in a little while. You doing good, man? I haven't seen any of your Aiwa worship lately, so just checking and making sure everything's okay.
放っておいてあげるのが一番なのですよ。
Oh, I feel like that's the worst thing you could do. But I guess. Turning around, I saw Rena calling me from the hallway. I wondered what it was.
ケイチくん、こっちこっち。
Alright, let's see, is Rena gonna share more of her wisdom with us?
なんだよ、こんなとこに呼んで。内緒話か？
その、災難だったみたいだね。
Yeah, that's one way to put it. It was an absolute disaster. Voices are a tad bit loud. Okay, I can turn it down. Let's see. Let's bring it down to like here. Alright, let me know if I need to bring it down more. Okay? Man, they're all like, this is such an awkward situation. I don't think they're ever gonna get out of this.
みーちゃん、かなり壊れてたけど、なんとか直しておいたから。
よく直せたな。一体どうやって？
うん、テレビと同じ。
What? Did you smack it around?
斜め45度くらいの角度で、
Oh wow. This definitely sounds like a Rena solution right here. Saying that, she made a chopping motion. You know, I can't tell if you're joking or not, right?
明日からは大丈夫だから。だけど、ケイチくんにもお願いしたいことがあるの。
悪気はないんだが、なぜか罪の意識もある。何でも聞くぞ。
うん、助かる。みーちゃんはね、昨日までの数日間のこと、なかったことにするから。
This is just Okay, wait. Let's see where she's going from here, because already this sounds like terrible advice. But she might turn this around. Let's see. Never happened, huh? I see. Well, that's one way to run from it. See, and that's exactly the problem, running from it. I feel like when she said Mion's gonna pretend like the last couple days never happened, I feel like that's okay, kind of, but I was expecting for her to add that they can like start over. Like Keiichi can try to right his wrongs. And then he could go and get the gift for her, or at least do something to show that he didn't mean to hurt her feelings. But if they're actually just pretending like nothing happened and then going about their day as normal, I think this is really, really bad advice.
だからね。
Because Mion's not getting that closure. She's not getting the answers, because she was also super confused at the toy store. And there's not really any explanation as to like how Keiichi met Shion, why Keiichi took Mion or Shion to the toy store. She probably still has so many questions.
ケイチくんもなかったことにしてあげて。それでみーちゃん、いつも通りだから。
Oh god. I forgot how cheap GameCube controllers felt. Also, voices are loud. Emotionally unstable like you and Satoko are, Rika. Still loud? Really? Oh, wait, is the music just low? No, I guess it is just the loud voices. Okay. Let's see if that's any better. Also, Cloudy, what are you talking about? I made new fan art just last week. Did you? Where did you post it? Oh, you probably put it in the STDC room. I'll have to check it out. You want more? No, I was just checking. Just making sure you're okay. Alright.
そんな簡単なことで本当に大丈夫なのか？
お願いだから、みーちゃんの心の整理がつくまで、そっとしておいてあげてよ。
Dude, I just think Keiichi should just come clean. He should just go to Mion, explain everything that happened, and then I think she would understand why Keiichi was confused. He thought they were the same person because he's never seen both of them together, and he's never even heard of Shion until a couple days ago. So if he just came clean and explained everything, I think Mion would understand.
わかったよ。
Even though I shouldn't have been at fault, for some reason I feel guilty. I mean, it was kind of your fault though, Keiichi. I mean, you can't completely blame him because he's not a mind reader. He couldn't tell that giving the doll to Rena would have hurt Mion's feelings, but at the same time, he knows how she feels now. And he's kind of like not doing anything to remedy this situation. It's actually even worse. He's kind of ignoring it by just moving on and pretending like nothing happened. The one at fault here was the one who knew about the entire situation and pretended to be Mion for an entire day. Shion. Ooh! Wait, hold on. He's not wrong. I think both of them share some of the blame. But I completely forgot about the fact that Shion called Keiichi and kind of pretended to be Mion to invite him over to the restaurant. Because I think even Keiichi, when he first picked up the phone, he said like, oh, hey, Mion. And then Shion, being on the other side of the line, she didn't say anything in response. So Keiichi just assumed it was Mion, but Shion, you got some answers. You got some answers, and this is just so confusing. But anyways, but she never once said that she was Mion. Ugh. What am I supposed to be angry at? Seeing me stomping the ground impatiently, Rena giggled.
でも、ケイチくんもわかったでしょ？ みーちゃんにも可愛いところがあるんだって。
Rena talked in a calm voice as her hair rustled in the wind.
ああ、退屈しないやつだということが分かった。
よかった。
Following this curt reply, Rena looked up at the sky and stretched.
ケイチくんがそれに気づいてくれれば、この数日間の出来事はすぐに笑い話になるんだよ。
I don't know about that, but I guess we'll take your word for it. Copying Rena, I also began to stretch as I looked at the sky. The clear sky towered into the distance.
今日は部活も何もなし。今日だけは申し訳ないけど、ケイチくん、下校は一人でいいかな。
So it seems like Rena is gonna stay back with Mion?
明日からは元通りだから。
It's cloudy. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to be corny, so I'm glad you did it for me, Yoke. Alright. It'll all be back to normal by tomorrow, so just for today, okay? If all it took for everything to go back to normal was to leave Mion alone for today, then it was an easy decision to make.
分かったよ。ミオンに面と向かって言えないからレナに言っとく。なんだか申し訳ないな。謝る。
Dude, man, this is the most important thing you can say to Mion. Like, ah, man. I just... How is Keiichi so dense, man? To me, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different, but to me, it seems almost obvious that Keiichi should apologize to Mion. And even though it may be hard to, like, face her or confront her right now, it's just something you gotta do.
元はといえば、ケイチくんが無神経なことを言うからいけなかったんだよね。
True.
これに懲りて少しはデリカシーってものを身につけるんだよ。
Also true.
へいへい、努力します。
That day was the shortest day of my life. Rena was talking to Mion while accompanying her around the entire time. It looked like a really fun conversation, so I reflexively thought about joining in, but I had made a promise not to. It seemed that Mion was also trying her best to ignore me. So likewise, I did my best to ignore her. See, this is making things even more awkward. Yo, welcome back, Duetto. Alright, so you didn't miss too much. Basically, things are awkward now between Keiichi and Mion. And then Rena's advice to Keiichi was to leave Mion alone and just kind of give her time to process her thoughts. And then the next day, they were going to go right back to normal, pretending like nothing happened. I personally think this is terrible advice, because Mion isn't getting any closure, but we'll see where things go from here. For the first time in a while, I ate lunch alone. Mion and Rena ate theirs by themselves. As I let out a sigh in my ashen mood, Rika-chan came over and patted me on the head.
ケイイチもミーもいっぱいいっぱいお勉強しましたですね。
I'd never say it like that. It made it sound like we were having romantic problems. I didn't like that one bit. Jeez. What the heck? He was definitely feeling some type of way about Shion. And he thought that Shion was Mion. So, for him to right now just say, I didn't like that one bit, it's just, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, Keiichi. Hopefully the teacher wouldn't notice and call us to the staff room after school or something.
きっとケイイチは素敵な大人になれますですよ。なでなで。
リカちゃんはお勉強家だからすごい素敵な大人になれそうだな。
もちろんなのですよ。僕は大人になったらすごいのです。
I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. She did literally transform into a DBZ character.
あら、私も大人になったらすごいレディーになるんですのよ。
Also not wrong.
さとこはいくつになってもお子様だと思うぞ。かけてもいい。
Also not wrong. Man, these guys are really hitting the nail on the head here.
なんですって？
As Satoko snapped her finger... As Satoko snapped her fingers, a wash basin fell from above, hitting me squarely in the head. So she just has traps already set up all throughout the classroom. And it's just a matter of when and where she wants to trigger them. This is so crazy. Like, Keiichi didn't step on a tripwire, he didn't walk into anywhere, just him sitting at his desk. And he already got hit with a trap. But at least things feel normal again. Bang smash. Pinch squeeze. It was a day I could thoroughly appreciate. Oh, yeah, okay, I read that right. It was a day I could thoroughly appreciate the value of having friends. Alright, move on to the next part. Keiichi being your typical young teenager, yeah, yep. You can't really blame him. Restart the loop? Oh no. Snap triggered devices. Oh, it was? That's actually sick. It was Ryukishi's birthday yesterday. I had no clue. But that's actually really cool to hear. Today was Saturday, so school ended in the blink of an eye. It really felt good to go home with the sun so high in the sky. On any other day, our club would have been up to mischief during our ample after-school time. But today, Rika-chan had a rehearsal for tomorrow's Watanagashi. Whenever we hear this word, we know things are going to go downhill very quickly. Man, and the interesting thing is, this chapter, this entire chapter, is called Watanagashi, so... things are gonna get real serious here.
リカちゃんはどんな調子？練習はバッチリ？
去年よりは頑張りますです。
去年は終わった後、ヘトヘトの汗だらけだったんだよね。
She's here. Now, can we have a normal, non-awkward conversation with her? Or is there still going to be little breadcrumbs of, I don't know, I guess, unspoken feelings, emotions that they want to, or I guess thoughts that they have for the other person that they're not going to express to the other person? Tomorrow will be my birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Red Rebel. That's actually really cool to hear. So you're, what, 2 days after the Ryukishi? Cloudy, you officially crossed episode 6 of the OG Higurashi. Man, we're never gonna finish this, dude. I know I said we would do Umineko 2030. We might have to push it back to 2035. I don't know, man. I don't know.
今年はもっともっと様になってますわよ。特訓の成果、ご期待あそばせですの。
Alright. The Watanagashi festival everyone had been talking about was tomorrow, wasn't it? The festival being in June felt a little early to me, but the onset of summer came quickly this year, so it fit the image of a summer festival pretty well.
じゃあ僕たちは失礼しますです。
Alright, you two have
明
fun.
日を楽しみになさいませ。それではごきげんようですわ。
Satoko and Erika-chan waved to us energetically, then left. So now, it's just Keiichi and Mion. And maybe
そう
Rena.
いえば聞いてなかったんだけど、祭り会場ってどこなんだ？この辺って祭りのできそうな場所なんてあったっけ？
フルデ神社でやるんだよ。
The Furude Shrine.
ほら、以前にみんなでお散歩した時に行ったでしょ。あの見晴らしの良かったところ。
Oh, right, I remember. There was a shrine all the way up on the hill, wasn't there? It seemed far too grand for Hinamizawa.
神社には立派な集会所とかもあって、老人会のカラオケとか習字サークルの会合とかを時々やってるからね。単なる神社というよりは公共施設のような雰囲気だね。
なるほどね。それなら立派なのも納得かな。
みーちゃんちも今日の設営にはお手伝いに行くの？
Oh, the Sonozakis?
男手がいるからね。
We have male hands for that. She's probably gonna assemble all of her uncles to come and work on this. And they're gonna get it done in no time.
町から親類が大勢手伝いに来るよ。
Male hands, huh? Well, I mean, I have nothing to do at home today, so...
俺みたいのが飛び入りで参加するとかえって邪魔になるか？
ケイちゃん、手伝いに来てくれるの？
Oh, snap.
迷惑なら行かねえよ。
That might be cool, actually.
単なる興味だからさ。
We had... Whoa. What? Is that a word? Is this a typo or is this an actual word? Oh, wait, no. We had bond dances and other festivals in the town I used to live in. But I didn't even know where they took place, much less wanted to help. You've never seen a bond dance? Maybe I have, but I've never heard of a bond dance. So if I have seen it, I didn't know it by name. It's a Japanese word. Okay, so it's like a bone dance. Can't wait to watch the ritual dance one more time. Everybody buckle up and get ready. We're gonna watch it again for the, what, 20th time? Oh, okay, that makes sense. It's dancing around a bonfire. Okay, in my brain, I thought that was the case, but I thought that bonfire was one word. So I didn't think it would make sense in this context, but that actually makes sense. So it's dancing around a bonfire. I see. Not related to Higurashi or anything, but yesterday I finished a ridiculously weird manga. Oh man. Do tell. At least give us a little taste of what that manga, or what made that manga so weird. Unfortunately for friend groups this close with mixed genders, unless someone helps moderate between the two with romantic drama like Rena does, the relationships tend to fall off. Yeah, and that's the problem, man. There's always gonna be this awkward tension between them. Maybe. Now what Keiichi's doing here might be able to change things, but we'll see. Meaning simply bond dance is a style of dancing performed during obon. Okay, bond dance isn't related to bonfire. Bone, James Bone. Alright. You could say that I had absolutely no connection to the region. Having come to Hinamizawa though, it really made me feel like this place was a home that I had returned to. Before I knew it, I harbored a little interest in the small community activity of preparing for a festival the day before.
ケイチくん頑張れるかな？
I wonder if you'll be able to. What do you mean by that?
テントを立てたり、パイプ椅子を並べたり。
Ah man, Anana doesn't even think he's capable of doing that.
結構重労働って聞いてるよ。
Let's see.
別に俺一人でやるわけじゃないだろ。
Okay,
みんな
that's
でやれ
true.
ばきっと早いぜ。
Mion looked happy to hear that, but at the same time her expression was complex, tinged with hesitation. See, there's that little breadcrumb of awkward tension still there. And I feel like it's never gonna go away until they bring up what happened and talk about it. They can't just keep going on pretending like nothing happened the past couple days. Then I gave her the last push for me.
じゃあ決定だね。行ってきなよケイチくん。みーちゃんはビシビシこき使ってあげてね。
レナの推薦じゃ仕方ないな。
Alright.
じゃあさ、帰ったらラフな格好で神社に来なよ。
Looks like we got a date on
汗拭
our
き用のタオルもある
hands.
といいかもね。
よし来た。俺こう見えても太陽の下で汗をかくの嫌いじゃないんだぜ。
せいぜい腰を痛めないようにね。じゃあおじさんはこの辺で。私も着替えたらすぐに神社に行くから。
みーちゃんも頑張ってね。
Man.
バイバイ。
Again, we have to give a shout out to Rana. Just, she is an amazing friend. You couldn't ask for a better friend than Rana. She's helping out Mion and Keiichi in this situation. And all of yesterday, she pretty much dedicated the entire day to like consoling Mion and trying to cheer her up. So she's not only a massively, like, I guess, important friend to Keiichi, but also to Mion. She does a lot out here. Mion waved vigorously to us and left. As far as I could tell from her gallant retreating figure, she seemed to have recovered from the weak state she had yesterday.
女の子は切り替えが早いんだから。
Are they really though?
もうみーちゃんも大丈夫だよ。
うん。あれだけ綺麗に切り替えてくれるとこっちも実に合わせやすい。
でも面白かったでしょ。シンデレラみたいっていうのかな。魔法が解けたらもう会えないってところが。
Rana began to giggle a fair bit in amusement. Did she like this sort of thing? Ooh, you know what? I think the catalyst might be to resurface everything that happened. Shion. If Shion comes to this Watanagashi festival, I feel like everything is going to come crashing down. Because there's no way Mion can pretend like nothing happened in front of Shion. Especially if Shion brings it back up. Oh my god! City boy Keiichi can't even pitch a tent. Well, not the literal kind. Man. God damn it, Anna's bye-bye is so freaking cute. I just want to hug her. It actually is really adorable. I feel like all of their voices are amazing. They all are doing a phenomenal job. All of their voice actors and actresses, especially Keiichi's. Keiichi's voice actor is insane, man. Let's see. Best girl at Anna confirmed. That's Cap. But Anna's definitely the mood maker of the group as well. Let's see. Aiwa gonna be short for another 1,000 years? Sorry, Yoke, but lowly Aiwa over mommy Aiwa. The thing that blows me away is that since 2006, Keiichi's voice actor sounds the exact same. Really? I know I've heard, like for example, Mion, I've heard her voice actress, like we can hear her clearly here, and then I've also heard her, in like the, what is it called, the radio talk show things that we watched. and I can see the clear difference in her voice, and the fact that she's still able to like pull off her Mion and Shion voice, I think is really impressive. But Keiichi's Yusei sounds the exact same. Man, I'm gonna have to listen again. It's actually quite a rare case when the MC even have voice actors. Even the STDC is brutal today. Dude. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see how we do at this festival. Incidentally, me going along with it gave me a weird, hard to describe feeling. Did I turn myself into a plaything, or did they do it for me?
そんなに面白いならレナももう一人の自分を演じればいいじゃないか。
Oh no, you don't want her to be a different
面
Anna.
白そうだね。
That is not going to end well. Especially for you, Keiichi.
どんなレナに会いたいかな。
アイドル真っ青のルックスと
Oh my
俺の言うこと
god.
何でも確実に聞く器量よして頼む。
Let's see.
そんなの無理。
Jesus,
料理上手
Keiichi.
でお昼のお弁当を作ってく
Show
れて
some
朝は
restraint,
迎え
man.
に来てくれて
She'd be great at cooking and make me lunch and come to see me in the mornings. Isn't that kind of what she does now? We already know she's great at cooking. And I believe, hasn't she made him a lunch before? I'm pretty sure we've seen her. Yeah. Or at least she was about to make lunch for him when she visited his house.
それいつもやってる。
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm not crazy. I pull Anna's head into a tight grip, then start to pet it.
優遇レナなんだろ。レイナじゃなくてレナ。
Rena, not Reina.
だからレナはいつまでもレナのまんまでいろ。
ありがとう。お祭りのお手伝い頑張ってね。
That's wholesome.
おう、明日祭りで会おうな。
Alright, now we're finally heading over there. I got changed right away, and slinging a towel around my neck like Mion suggested, I set off for the shrine. Is this new background art, by the way? That we only got to see for 5 seconds? More new background art. I think we've seen this, though. At the shrine, there were more people than you'd imagine even live in Hinamizawa there. All cordoning off areas and setting up tent frameworks, chatting amongst themselves as they did so. Alright, where's Mion? The liveliness of the throng didn't make it easy to look for her. I searched around as if I already worked there, and suddenly the principal called out to me. Oh man, the principal!
前原君であるか。Watanagashiの準備のお手伝いに来たのかね。
ああ、どうも。何かお手伝いできないかなって思いまして。
殊勝な心がけである。存分に汗を流すがよいぞ。
Alright, we got his approval. More new art. What the heck? Spurred on by the principal, I came upon a group of people setting up tents.
ありゃ、前原の兄ちゃんじゃねえの。ひょっとして手伝いに来たのかい？
I hadn't found Mion yet, but I suppose I'd just get in her way if I ran into her.
おっす、手伝いに来ました。
Alright, I like that
よろし
determination.
くお願いします。
Let's get into this. Just tell me where you need me.
若いのは元気があっていいね。ほら、軍手つけて。テントは組んだことあるかい？
いえ、初めてっす。
Alright, we're already getting to work. Delighting in teaching a new skill to someone younger, plenty of people happily taught me all sorts of things.
じゃあ、兄ちゃんは天幕の内側に入って天骨の紐だけ結んで。結んだら足を立てて残りの紐も結ぶからな。
蝶々結びでいいんですよね。よいしょ、よいしょ。
結んだか。立てるぞ。いっせーの。
What was once nothing more than a collapsed tent was raised on 4 splendid legs before my eyes in mere moments. Whoa. Seeing it put together like this is actually pretty moving.
ほれほれ、感動してる場合じゃないぞ。まだまだたくさんあるんだからな。トラックにテントを積んであるから、ここまで持ってきな。
Alright, yep, that's only 1 down though. We have plenty more where that came from. Let's see. Oh my god. Let's see. Someday Keiichi will have a sprite. Man, dude, that's actually so weird. We're playing as Keiichi for what, 8 chapters? And we don't get to see his MC, or his MC. We don't get to see his sprite until way later. That's so bizarre. We want third-person visual novels. I feel like most visual novels are third-person. Like, usually you see everybody involved in a conversation on screen. Let's see, Banana's older self has some nice assets. You're not wrong, you're not wrong. Alright.
重いから2人でやれよ。
大丈夫っすよ。俺こう見えても結構力あるんすから。
Alright, we'll see about that, Keiichi.
どん
Yep, oh, look at that. They look light enough, so I thought they were, but they're heavy.
だから2人で運べって言っ
Look
た
at
ろ。
that. No need to be macho here, Keiichi.
ほれほれ。
Said the man, lifting it up with a grunt and taking it under his arm. Taking it away under his arm. Either I'm weak or these old guys have supernatural strength. Superhuman strength.
ほら、一番若いんだから汗しないとダメだぞ。頑張れ頑張れ。終わった後のビールがうまいぞ。
俺
Yeah, I
未
was
成
just
年だ
about to say. Look, another cloudy day. Sweat dripped from my body. Why? Don't paint this image, man. I had been fully and completely absorbed in helping them. I would never have thought the cold barley tea from the woman's society could taste this delicious.
若いからね。担当のみ。
ありがとうございます。
It was then that I realized a crowd had formed near the shrine a ways off. Here we are. When I took a closer look, I saw a girl dressed in shrine maiden garb and a handful of old men looking like they were preparing for the ceremony together. Is that who I think it is? Best man principal, his great power can't be contained in a sprite. Principal, oh, is that his name? Keiichi? Is too strong for mortal eyes to behold. And Yoke just being Yoke again. No, stop! Why? Why did you have to add more to the description, Yoke? Why do you do this, man? Is it just your goal to ruin all of our, like, mental images of these characters? Keiichi needs to max out his endurance stat. He should take up sports after school and be sure to exercise before heading into the midnight channel. Sweaty Keiichi, what is going on here? Alright, you know what? I think I've read enough.
リカちゃんか？おーい、リカちゃん、頑張れよ。
I shouted and it seemed like she heard me. Rika-chan, positively exploding with vitality, answered with a smile. Have we ever seen her in her maiden sprite? Wait, what the heck? This actually looks so good. Man, why couldn't they like make this art follow the subtitles, because I would 100% use this. I think this is by far the best looking out of the 3 styles, but they all have their different charms. Even this one is really good too. Holy crap, man. And this is what the shrine. Wait. Is this what the shrine actually looks like? And it's just been photographed and there's some sort of filter over it? Or was this drawn? Because this actually looks realistic. That's cool. No, I'm not even reading that, Yoke. I'm not even reading that. So now this is an ergo visual novel? True. Only because Yoke made it that way, though. All she needs is her hat. Miko Rika melts my heart. And her Ayua staff. All backgrounds of the OG. Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. I kind of had an idea. I feel like someone may have told me that before, but I'm not sure. If only the Manga Gamer remake sprites could have lip sync, but whatever. Exactly. I 100% agree. That would be perfect. Rika is appropriating Ayua's sacred garb. And yes, that is actually the real shrine photographed. Oh yeah! I don't know if they're here right now, but a couple days ago, someone on Twitter, they like sent me a ton of pictures that they took when they actually went to Japan and visited Hinamizawa. Let me actually see. Hold on, let me see. I think now would actually be the perfect time to bring it up. Now that we're talking about it. Dang, man, they look so cool though. Like, it makes me want to go and visit and see what it's all about. You can look up on YouTube, there are quite a few videos. Oh wait. Gotta move this out of the way. Oh my gosh, why is this taking so long? This light is blinding me. Okay. Alright, bear with me, because I have to grab all the links to these images and open them in a tab. Would you live there? Never. Never in a million years. I would never go to live there. That sounds like an absolute nightmare. Okay, holy crap. So they sent all of the pictures and they also like gave little descriptions as to what these places represent. So let me see, can I do this? Move this over here. Let me try this. Oh God. Okay, let's see if this works. Probably not. Alright, looks like I'm just gonna have to copy the entire thing over. Oh my gosh, man. Can I... Man, Twitter is so laggy, man. It like takes forever to load everything. I want to be able to look at the images without doxing them. Dang, I guess I'll just have to do it later. Maybe oh man, it's right here though. I don't want to have to wait, but let's see. I really don't know what to do. I don't want to save all of them separately. I guess I could just do this. Okay, okay. Alright, bring this over here. And then scroll up all the way to the top. Okay. So, this is the first one. And they said that this is... It's called Saiguden. So, dude, it looks so, like, it's so surreal seeing this in real life. Because we've all seen this animated. This entire time, I thought that Hinamizawa was like a fictional place in Japan. Or I thought it was a place that was inspired by another place but didn't actually exist. So to see this is just, it's crazy. Alright, let's see what the comments have said. I want to visit at some point for sure. It's a really beautiful village and some kind of World Heritage Site too, if I recall correctly. Hinamizawa has big Higurashi statues there, if I recall correctly, of all the main characters. What? And one of the river roads. Seeing IRL pictures of the Rika house after watching the anime was kind of scary. I think those statues have to be one of the most cursed things I've ever seen. Really? Alright, so now let's move on to the next one. Which is... Let's see, can I open this in a new tab? Oh, wait, why don't I just do that? I could just open all of them in a new tab. Okay. It's called Shirakawa Go, and I posted an image of the statues in the STDC conference room. Oh man. After hearing that they're supposedly cursed, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about those statues. I wonder, I guess my biggest thing I want to know is what art style were they made in? Were they made in the... like OG Ryukishi art? But I guess we'll find out. Okay, here we go. Dang, man. Seeing these, like, I've already seen these before, and even just looking at them a second time, it's just mind-blowing. Okay. Alright, that should be all of them. So we can close this. Now we can go here. Alright, so this, I believe, let me check and see, but I believe this is the Maibara Manor, right? Yep, Maibara's Yashiki. And it looks just like it, I don't have words, man. This is so cool. The Maibara Manor actually exists, and we can visit that place. It's so crazy. Thank you to— oh, these are your photos, Tetsuo? Thank you for sending them. I appreciate it. This is so cool. Let's see, old art style. Ryukishi made Higurashi's novel at Shirakawago. Really? This is so cool. Alright, here's the next one. And this is— let me check and make sure. This is the Sonozaki-ke. So is this the Sonozaki household? I'm guessing? Let me see. It's hard to look at the chat while doing this. I've seen videos of the real place and it looks awesome. Get off my lawn, weebs. Man, that'd be me. That'd definitely be me. I'd be the weebs on the lawn. Alright, and then next... oh, I did the same image twice. Okay, next we have this, which is... oh, this is the Usoda place. This is the place where everything happened, where it all started. Rena and her Usodas. Dude, this is so cool. Where's the torture dungeon? Oh, man. That's a good question. Alright, and then here... oh, okay. I'm guessing this is a store that sells Higurashi merchandise. That's cool. They have drawings of Han, Yu, and Rika. Man, I really want to go here now. I really want to go here now. This is so sick. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. And then here, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this place is. Do you guys know? Or Tetsuo? If you'd like to explain? Because I can't remember exactly what this place is. I like that in the OG backgrounds of the toy store Da Vinci, you can see Nintendo 64 paraphernalia and One Piece stuff. Nice and anachronistic. That's cool. So it definitely like gives you vibes of the times when that store was built, or I guess when it was, I guess, used as inspiration for this series. Joey, the anime guy, goes there with Aki Dearest, if I recall correctly. I think I've seen like the thumbnail for the video. I don't know if I've actually watched it, but I think I vaguely remember seeing something like that. That's Big Brother's backyard? Keiichi's backyard? Or are you talking about Satoshi? I think that's Satoko's house. Oh, could it be? It's a school ceiling. Hey guys, just made it. Welcome to the stream, Ruben. I'm glad you can make it. Big brother. During my trip to Japan 2 years ago, I tried to get my parents to go there with me, but we couldn't make time for it. Biggest sad ever. Oh man. I know that had to hurt. I know that had to hurt. Rika and Satoko were fighting there. Okay, okay. That's awesome. Alright, let's see. We got 3 more. Oh yeah, we all know. We all know where this is. We all know where this is. I believe this is the place where Satoko and Rika made their promise, right? Where they promised they'd be together forever or something like that. Just look at this view, man. This is insane. This place is gorgeous. I'd love to visit here. I would absolutely love to visit here. Next year I have to travel to Japan, so I know where to go. Yep. You all know where to go. This place is in so many scenes. Exactly, exactly. We all know. Hello from Brazil. Welcome to the stream, Seiya. I'm glad you can make it. Right now we're just looking at a bunch of the different locations. Tetsuo sent me a bunch of pictures that they took when they visited Hinamizawa. Oh, okay. And this is the scene from the opening, and this is the actual place in real life. Dude, that's so cool. The images are such great quality too. Dang. Holy crap, this looks so cool. Man, that's awesome. That is so sick. Also, again, please give a huge, well, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Tetsuo for sending all of these different images to us to kind of give us an idea of what the real Hinamizawa looks like. I really appreciate it, so thank you. And I think it's about time we get back into the actual Hinamizawa. Alright, so let me close this now. Alright. Let's do this. Can you imagine you are visiting the place, but when you are about to enter the place, the cicadas start to cry? Imagine you enter the place and the Watanagashi festival is started. Dude. Oh man. Just don't talk to any middle-aged photographers or slick gray fox detectives. Agreed, agreed. Let's see. Great photos. We're all being subliminally gaslit into loving this hick village. What's wrong with the village? There's nothing wrong with Hinamizawa. It's the people in Hinamizawa that you gotta worry about. Alright, let's get back into this. Rika-chan, positively exploding with vitality, answered with a smile. The older guys with me watched Rika-chan as well with distant gazes.
リカちゃまも頑張るな。去年に比べるとだいぶ板についてきたみたいだしな。
I love how expressive her voice actress is, even though the character she's playing doesn't even have a name. The old lady who gave me the tea clasped what looked like prayer beads in her hands and said,
リカ様、ありがたや、ありがたや。
Dang, and I feel like this right here just shows how important of a job Rika has. Like, I'm sure she's not the only one that really appreciates her doing this. And just like that, began to respectfully pray to her. Huh? I just remembered that they called it the Furude Shrine. Wasn't Rika-chan's full name Rika Furude? The man standing next to me answered my question.
そうだよ。リカちゃまのフルデ一族は代々大社様をお祭りする由緒正しい一族なんだよ。
Huh? I'd always gotten the feeling that she wasn't quite your average person, but it turned out she was from an esteemed family.
一昨年神主様だったお父さんが亡くなられてからはああやって頑張って祭事を引き継いでおるんだよ。
The year before last, wow. So it really wasn't that long ago. She's really been doing her best to learn the rituals.
この立派になった姿、神主様に見せたかったの。
Oh, wait. Let me do the math real quick, because I think this actually makes sense. Satoshi vanished last year, didn't he? And that was the 4th incident, right? And then I believe I don't know. I forgot the order. I know there was the car accident on, was it on the day of the Watanagashi or afterwards? There was that incident, there was Rika's parents, there was Satoshi and Teppei's wife, and I don't, and the first one was the overseers of the dam incident. Okay. Yeah, so I think Satoshi vanished the 4th incident, which was last year, and then Rika's parents, their incident happened the 3rd year, which was 2 years ago. I think I got the math right. Yeah, okay. I see. No, it's a hick town. Just looking at it makes me want to go to a fancy school. Does it make you want to go to St. Lucia? Guys, can we live there? AO is gone now. Let's see, spoiler alert, in 2005 they opened a branch of St. Lucia in Hinamizawa so you can have both. Oh no, that sounds like a terrible idea. Alright.
リカちゃんのお父さんってお亡くなりになったんですか？
よし、休憩終わり。次は使わないパイプ椅子を沖小の体育館に戻しちゃおうか。
Interesting that he's dodging the question.
マキさん、Kを回して何人か連れてってよ。
Oh yeah, also, I think I forgot to mention it, but let's see. Oh man, I gotta scroll up a lot. Welcome to the stream, Makima. I forgot to point this out earlier when you said hello, but I just now remembered. So I appreciate you stopping by the stream.
じゃあ前原君、最後にもう一働きしようか。
One last job. Let's get this done with. Yeah. You're gonna make me do more work? I can't tell if they know I'm a minor or not, but the older men all cheer me on, encouraging me to do my best and that the beer will be great. And still no sign of Mion, though.
ケイちゃん、頑張ってる？
Oh man, all the homies in Cloudy, we need to live in Hinamizawa for the eternity. Let's all just move to Hinamizawa. We can all just like buy houses in Hinamizawa. That actually, it seems like it'd be a really fun idea for like a bunch of us to go and visit Hinamizawa. I think that'd be awesome. But staying there, no. You got me messed up if you think I'm staying there. Santana, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you can make it. Alright, I passed by Mio. She was carrying a big cardboard box. It looked like she was right in the middle of working as well. So we finally found her. Judging by the sweat seeping into her shirt, it seemed I wasn't the only one with his hands full.
おお、頑張ってるぜ。ミオンも頑張れよ。ビールがうまいぞ。
Oh my god. We were worked to the bone until the sun began to set and it started cooling off. Alright, now is the time, Keiichi. Now is the time to make your move. And set things straight. You have to right your wrongs, Keiichi. Ooh. It was soon full-fledged night, and the clear sound of the Higurashi eased the moderate pain I felt. The older guys began their night before drinking party in a tent a fair bit off, causing quite a ruckus. The shrine grounds, on the other hand, had turned into a lonely road tickled by the cool evening breeze, despite being so festive just a little while ago. The wind felt good. I leaned on one of the stone guardian dogs at the front of the shrine. I gave my legs a good stretch as I let my mind wander, and suddenly, a paper cup filled with barley tea was thrust before me. Is it who I think it is?
ケイちゃんお疲れ様。
Oh, what? Shion? What is she doing here?
はい、麦茶です。
お、気が利くな。サンキュー、
Her voice sounded exactly the same, but it felt somehow different. See, Keiichi knows there's subtle differences in their voices.
あ、お前は。
Shion. Now this is the worst thing that could have happened.
どうも、シオンです。
Man, if Mion were to witness this.
気が利いているのはシオンの方。聞いてないのがミオンの方ですので、お間違いなきよう。
シオン、てめえ、ここで会ったが100年目。
ケイちゃんが勝手に勘違いしたんですよ。
Man, I feel like a clear, like, dead giveaway if you want to know whether it's Shion or Mion. Like, if their name right here was blocked out, and, well, I guess they wear different clothes. But anyways, I feel like their laughs are dead giveaways as to which one you're speaking to. Shion has a much softer laugh, and Mion's laugh is a lot heartier. So, I feel like that's
私は
an
初め
easy
から
way
シオ
to
ンとしか名乗って
differentiate
ま
them.
せんし。
それを言われると弱い。
Yeah, see, but that's the problem. She's never said that she was Mion, but whenever Keiichi would imply that she's Mion or ask that she was Mion, there are times where she didn't correct him. And that led to a lot of confusion.
そうそう、お姉にすらかなわないケイちゃんが私にかなうわけないんですからね。それより麦茶、ぬるくなっちゃいますよ。
うん。
もう機嫌直してください。だからこれ仲直りの麦茶ってことで。
I don't know if that's enough. Well, she did come all the way here to give it to me. I guess I'll accept it. I took the cup and downed it in one gulp. And then suddenly, I heard a loud shout, and it got stuck in my throat. Oh, my guess is that he was drinking it and then Mion came along, and he's like choking on it now. Dude. Man, like I said, Keiichi's voice actor is an absolute legend.
今度はどっちだ。本物のミオンか。
Not again, Shion.
なんでまたケイちゃんと一緒にいるわけ？お姉と違って私は気配りとかできるタイプですから。
Ooh.
汗だくになってたケイちゃんを放っておけなくて麦茶を持ってきたわけです。
This is bad news. This is bad news. Okay, Ephraim. When I said it, I immediately tried to change the subject because I realized that does sound a little weird. I'm mad you actually caught it though. I thought I could get away. Let's see. Hinamizawa seems like a good place to go for a few week holiday trip, but living there, and I'd rather live in the modern world with my electronics. Can't live without the Wi-Fi. Exactly. Exactly. Like, the nature in this place is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of the houses are too. But I cannot imagine staying there, especially after having watched through Higurashi. There's no way I could imagine staying there. Let's see, insert Pokemon Wild Battle theme. The Wild Mion has appeared. Here comes to stop our great time. Shion, man. Shion, she's a homewrecker. Well, I guess they didn't really have a relationship established, so you can't really blame her. But we all know that Mion, the whole entire reason why she was interested in Keiichi was because she knew that Mion liked him. And now she's trying to use that as a weapon against Mion. When she didn't correct him, it was actually Mion. Was it though? Because I remember when Keiichi was at home and one of them called him and they told him about the coupon that he could use to go and get the free dessert tasting. In the beginning of that call, I'm pretty sure Keiichi said oh, hey Mion, and then they just kept talking, not acknowledging it. And then I think we found out last part, that it was Shion that called him and invited him. And Mion had no idea about the dessert thing. Mion used Enrage! Man. All of this twins messing with Keiichi reminds me of the time a classmate convinced me of our teachers that she has a twin sister only because she wanted to ignore him when he called her name. Dang, man, you bringing that up reminds me of when I was in middle school, when two of my friends tried to, oh man, it's it's such a weird situation. But basically there was this cute foreign exchange student that came to our school, and I was in this little kind of weeb friend circle with two other girls, and they were just insistent on convincing everyone, including the foreign exchange student, that I was into yaoi. And it was just, man, it was such a nightmare, dude. It was such a nightmare, but it was so funny. Looking back on it, I can laugh, but at the time, man, that was dirty. One of my coworkers has a twin brother, and I keep trying to convince him to switch places one day to mess with everyone, but so far no luck. That sounds like it'd be hilarious. I really like twins' relationship. Shion and Mion's dynamic. I want to know why they're not really friendly towards each other. I want to know what their past is. Why they're always at each other's throats. Cloudy Yaoi Master, are you into it though? No, I'm not into it. Were they wrong? Yes, they were wrong. I thought that was implied. Man. Were you the UK or the Seme? Okay, number one, I don't know what either of those were, and I'm just gonna safely say I was neither of them. Nothing wrong with yaoi. That's true. There's nothing wrong with yaoi. The interesting thing is, they were into yaoi, and they'd try to convince everyone that because I hung out with them that I was also into yaoi. And that they'd say things like, oh yeah, we were just over here reading our yaoi fanfics together. Man. Just wait till episode 5 and we will finally see a lot more of Shion. Cloudy, is this why you acted so tsundere towards our perfect man delicious? No, it is not. No, it is not. God, I was gonna say something, but I know it's gonna get taken in the worst way. Whatever, I'm just gonna say it, man. Even if I was into yaoi, I would not be into older, middle-aged men. That's not my thing. That could be your thing, Yoke, but it's not my thing. So you were, oh my, alright, you know what, let's get, hey, look what we have here. Mion and Shion, let's see what they're up to.
ところで、お姉はなんで麦茶を2つも持ってるんですか?
Ooh. So she was considerate. She was about to bring the tea to Keiichi, but Shion beat her to him. Dang. I don't even want to read the chat anymore. Mion's face went bright red and she tried to hide the paper cups behind her face. Man, Shion's ruining everything.
いや、これは大雑把で自分さえ良ければいいお姉がクラスメートの男の子に海外しく麦茶を持ってくるわけないですよね。
Dude, come on, Keiichi. You gotta stop this, man. Like, how can you just sit there and let this happen?
結局何なんです?
Dang, I would have been like, you know what? This tea that Shion got me, it's starting to get a little bit warm now. But I see yours is cold. Hey, you mind if I have that other one? I'd say something along those lines. Just to not make it so awkward, man. Like, he's just sitting there to watch as Mion just gets destroyed. What is... Oh, I gotta click higher.
その2つの麦茶はこれはそのすっごく喉が渇いちゃって2杯は飲めるかなーなんて。
Oh my gosh.
お姉らしい。それ一気一気。
As Shion cheered at her, Mion downed both the... Oh, that's so embarrassing, man. How could you sit there and let her go through this, Keiichi? This is so embarrassing. Just, oh man, I have a headache now. Keiichi, what is wrong with you, dude? The greatest... Oh my... Why did I say anything? Why did I say anything? Now I know to never share... Like... Now I know to never share stories. They're always gonna be twisted against me. The greatest proof of tsundere Cloudy yet. As usual, Mion is unable to just be honest with her feelings. Exactly. But, like... it's so hard because I can't blame her for not being honest with her feelings, because I feel like a lot of kids around this age are like awkward when it comes to like conveying their feelings, especially romantic feelings. But this is just brutal, man. Not only did Shion beat her to Keiichi, but she's also embarrassing her in front of Keiichi. And Keiichi's so dense, he doesn't even realize that Mion brought this second cup for him. After all this is said and done, he's probably gonna sit next to Shion and be like, man, Mion was thirsty, huh? Like, Keiichi is such a bonehead, man. Yoke, I am not answering that question. I will answer no further questions relating to that incident. This is good, Cloudy, is a way to get close to the fans. Feel like getting too close might be dangerous though, I don't know.
すがわをね、見事な飲みっぷりでした。ケイちゃんも拍手拍手。
What? Wait, suddenly the situation has gotten unbelievable. Mion doesn't usually get manipulated so easy like that. Oh, okay, so you're aware of what's going on, and you're just choosing to not do anything. I guess he doesn't really feel it's his place to get in between a siblings quarrel, but I don't know. I've known for a while now, but Shion is terrifying.
ミオンってシオンには頭上がらないのか？
Oh, he's bringing it up. Okay, okay.
私シオン嫌い。
Oh, wait. Hold on. That was so adorable. You can tell how, like, flustered she is right now.
この前からもっと嫌いになった。
Just then, I heard the snap of a camera shutter. Is this Tomitake? Swole Mitake? We haven't seen him all chapter.
こんばんは。
Whoa, and we have a side-by-side. This is the perfect opportunity for us to look at all of them. Dang, dude, she looks kind of scary here. She definitely looks like she's up to something. Okay, and then... Oh, look! She looks a lot nicer here. I don't know why she looks so scary in the remake art. Even right here, she, like... I don't know if I could really trust her, but she's alright. She's alright. But in this one, it's like she's looking down on me. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, and I don't know why they made Tomitake's camera yellow. It makes me think of it as like one of those disposable cameras.
今日は準備お疲れさん。
こんばんは。あら、シオンちゃん。珍しいわね、こっちへ来るなんて。
So she knows Shion.
ありゃ、富武のおじさまに高野さんじゃないですか。
Yep, the dynamic duo. Jesse and James.
こんばんは。ご無沙汰いたしております。
やあ、ケイチ君。
Oh yeah, I forgot they haven't met yet. They haven't met here. Yo, don't. Oh my god. You can't just make assumptions. You can't just make assumptions. Oh my god. The VOD of this is going to be so confusing. The VOD of this is going to get deleted at this rate. Swami Take is here. Takano's chin looks scary. Takano is so sus in the remake art. Catching him in 4K. The snap of the camera is scarier than the Higurashi. She can step on me if she looks that scary. Man, I think Rika's and Takano's OG sprites are my favorite. Rika's and Takano's? I really like Takano's OG art. I have to look at Rika's again. Oh wait, no, we did just see it when she was in her what's it called? In her Shrine Maiden outfit. And it does look really good. As Brock says, she can violate my rights. Dude, Brock is a legend. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest characters in anime. I feel like the console design of Takano fits her the most. She looks both nice, approachable, and very feminine attractive, but she also has that creepy, suspicious feeling under everything. Exactly. Exactly. She looks like someone, like you said, that's approachable, that you think you can trust and go up to and talk to. Whereas the remake art, like, I'm just intimidated already just by looking at her. Alright.
今日は張り切って仕事してたね。感心したよ。
feel like I've seen this photographer guy before. Have we met before? I'm glad you remembered. We've passed many times on the road, Keiichi-kun. I'm Tomitake. I'm a freelancing photographer from Tokyo.
こんばんは。私はわかるかしら?
Let's see, does he recognize her?
すみません、覚えがないです。
Also, now that we know her name, why are they still calling her woman?
高野美代さんだよ。
Mio Takano-san.
ケイちゃんはまだ風邪とかで診療所のお世話にはなってない？美代さんは診療所で看護師さんをやってるんだよ。
高野よ。
Call me Takano. Okay, now it updated.
よろしくね。治療に来るときは教えてね。太めの注射針を用意しておくから。
Okay, alright. What? Why would you say that? I get it's a joke, but like, that's so creepy. What a sick joke. Tell me when you're coming in for treatment, I'll prepare a huge needle for you. Man, anyone that's already afraid of needles would just be on
それは
edge.
ご丁寧にどうも。
That's very thoughtful of you. Tomitake-san seemed to be quite entertained at the Sonozaki twins being in the same place, and he took picture after picture.
いやー、一卵性ソーセージとは聞いてたけど、並んでみると壮観だね。本当にそっくりなんだな。
Yep, that's why they're twins.
そっくりなのは外見だけじゃないんですよ。
Oh my.
ほら、下着もお揃い。
Wait, is she actually showing him? And an absolute golden reaction from Mio. Things have never been as lively as when the two of them are together. I thought they were exactly the same at first, but I've started to get a handle on which one is which. Mion is Mion, and Shion, well, she seems a far better actor than Mion was. In the first place, somebody that could spurn Mion so easily wouldn't have shown such weakness to those lard buckets at Angel Mort. Wait, what? If that was the case, then that cowardly behavior from that day was all a complete act. Yep, okay. I was confused for a second, but that clears it up. That's why he called her a good actor, or actress.
あの二人、昔はもっとそっくりでね。
Oh wow, so she's known them for a long time.
ご両親でもどっちがどっちかわからなくて手を焼いていたそうよ。
Oh, and then this is when we get into it. Because I believe, I don't remember if they said it in the visual novel, but I know in either Sotsu or in Go, they mentioned that when Mion and Shion were younger, they would pretend to be each other. And now it's kind of funny because right now we see Shion was like pretending to be Mion, kinda.
すごく想像に容易です。ご両親のご苦労がよくわかります。
Takano gave me kind of an odd look, but explaining would have been a pain, so I didn't bother. Ooh, you know what'd be interesting? I think it'd be really cool to see Mion's mom and like older Mion that we saw in Sotsu, if they were to try to, I think if older Mion were to try to like dress up as her mom, I think they'd be almost identical. Like, not only do Shion and Mion look alike, but they look just like their mom too. But just younger.
富武のおじさまはまた渡流しの取材が終わったら東京にとんぼ帰りですか？
うん、本当はいつまでも滞在していたいんだけどね。しがない大人の都合ってやつさ。
お写真が早く素敵な賞を取るといいですね。
ありがとう。今度来るときには 今日撮った君たちの写真も持ってくるよ。
Cool.
今日は前原くんもお疲れ様。慣れない力仕事で疲れたでしょ。
まあ疲れたけど結構楽しかったです。
若さね、羨ましいわ。
Interesting. Takano-san smiled with an adult elegance that no one in my circle of friends possessed. The wind caught her hair. She gives off an intelligent beauty.
おやおや皆さんこんにちは。
Look who it is. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Takano has a very sadistic sense of humor. Nice needle, ma'am. Yaoi paddle, more like yaoi needle. That's what we're all getting this stream. And an extra big one, too. Takano as a nurse makes a bad joke. Cloudy. That's a sick joke. Oh my, wait. I didn't even realize. I didn't even make that connection. Sorry, had to get that out of the way. Dude. I didn't even realize. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely no pun intended. Shion flashes everyone in the manga. Well, herself and Mion. Tomitake. Oh wait, she does it for Mion too? I thought she was just doing it herself. Tomitake and Shion Flashfest. The manga has some sussy moments early on. Tomitake, I'd rather stay here forever. Well, you're about to. Jeez, man. So much dark humor going around. I love it. My former love. Welcome to the... Oh, man. Welcome to the Hotel Hinamizawa. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. You can check out, but you can never leave. That is such an amazing song. One of my... Oh, man. One of my favorites. Hotel California. That is an absolute classic. Background music stops to welcome the boss. The Higurashi Herald. The coming of the true master of Hinamizawa. Yep, and then we got Cricket Gang in the chat. Let me see some Higurashis in the chat. But as we can see, Detective Delicious has finally arrived. Rolex in hand. Suspenders. And a matching tie. It seemed like our merry crowd was standing out. This time, an overweight older man addressed us. And again, it was someone I thought I knew. If I recall correctly, he's a policeman, isn't he?
あら、大石さん。こんばんは。明日の警備の下見ですか？
Security inspection, huh?
そんなところです。おや、富武くんじゃないですか。ご無沙汰しておりますね。
僕の名前を覚えていてくださったとは光栄ですよ。
あなたもつくづくひなみ沢が好きですな。ここいらへんは東京よりもずっとアパートは安いですよ。いっそ引っ越してくればいいのに。仲のいい不動産屋を紹介しますよ。
それは嬉しいですね。その説はぜひお世話になりたいです。
ではでは皆さん、良いお年を。
Alright.
園崎の双子さんも良いお年を。
And Happy New Year to the Sonozaki twins, too.
良いお年を、大石刑事。
Let's see. I know I mentioned theory a couple episodes back, or a couple videos back, but I want to see if it holds true here.
お仕事よろしくお願いしますね。今年は皆さんの手を煩わせない綿流しにしたいです。
こりゃ手厳しい。
And then, oh, and then he just leaves. Mion doesn't say anything. Interesting. Ooh! Wait! Okay, I gave Mion a glance and saw her making an annoyed face as if she were glaring bullets at someone she hated. Okay, so it does stand true. So, way back in the beginning of Chapter 2, when Keiichi was about to get jumped by the delinquents, and then the entire town came in. Well, first, Shion came in, then the entire town came in, and then I think Detective Delicious finally apprehended them. Right then was when I kind of, like, stated my theory, which was that Mion was not very fond of Detective Delicious at all, and that Shion actually respected him. And so during that scene, I was able to tell, like, okay, this 100% has to be Shion, because she's actually, like, being pretty respectful to Detective Delicious. And I remembered, I think it was in the anime or something, or no, I think it was in Chapter 1, where Keiichi was having the conversation with Detective Delicious, and Mion was kind of like, why were you talking to that guy? But here we kind of see it again. Detective Delicious is here, and then Shion gets super serious, and she's talking to him, saying, like, we want to try to have as few problems as possible. Meanwhile, Mion's over here making an annoyed face as if she were glaring bullets at someone she hated. So what the heck is their history? Why doesn't she like him? I gotta know.
そうね。
Let's see. Well, we do have 3 of the Soul Brothers quartet. The Higurashi sounds make for a great backdrop for the sudden, awkward, and tense situation. That's true. It's kind of like when someone says a bad joke and then there's just crickets. It's kind of similar. If this isn't to your liking, what's some good young yaoi you recommend? I don't know any good young yaoi because I don't read any yaoi. I don't know what you're trying to get from me, Yoke, but I can't help you in that department. The use of sound effects is definitely a strong point in Higurashi. More than once, the sound and music usage alone has creeped me out thoroughly. Mion is into younger guys, it seems, not oldies. What did you have for lunch, Keiichi? Oh my gosh.
今年は警察のお世話にならない綿流しになるといいわね。
君も好きだね。
あら、ジローさんは嫌い？
Jiro-san. And her name was Mio, right?
私、そういう夢のある話好きよ。潤いのない時代だからこそ、そういうのに憧れるの。
She must be referring to the Watanagashi incidents.
おやしろ様のたたりか。
Oyashiro-sama, you hear the creepy music come in? And you guys are just talking about it too. Curse, Tomitake-san using a troubling word. Then suddenly, someone tugged on my arm. Oh, I remember this from Go! I think this is Mion tugging his arm, right? And then they walk away because she doesn't want to hear about any of this?
ケイちゃん、私お腹空いちゃったからさ。酒盛りのテントに行ってお菓子でも食べてこない？
そうだな。俺もちょっとお腹が減ったかな。
Interesting.
行こう行こ
A moment later, Shion said something to Takano and Tomitake that stung my ears and gave me a start. Let's see.
う。今年は誰が死んで誰が消えるんでしょうね。
Jeez, getting right into it, not sugarcoating it or anything. I pulled back from Mion's grip and stopped abruptly.
シオン、今、なんて言ったんだ？
Yeah, I think here Mion didn't want to freak Keiichi out. Kind of the same reason why they probably didn't tell him about it in chapter 1. Was because they thought it would like scare him away from Hinamizawa and they would lose their new friend. And here this is probably the same thing. Mion trying to pull Keiichi away so that he wouldn't hear about any of this stuff. It felt like the air around us had dried out all of a sudden.
行こうよケイちゃん。つまんない話だよ。お姉はまだケイちゃんに話してないの？私、そういう話は吹き込まない主義なの。
Shion's cold and quiet tone and Mion's harsh voice were quite the contrast.
おいおいおいおい、何の話だよ。
Dang, this is both of them when they're serious. They're kind of like, dang, I feel like I feel like I'm guilty, like I did something wrong. They're like stabbing, or not stabbing, they're like glaring daggers into my freaking heart right now. What did I do?
知ってるなら教えてくれよ。俺だけのけ者なんて、なんだか気分悪いぞ。
I don't understand this. Someone explain it to me. However, Mion didn't seem to be at all willing to grant my request. She squeezed my hand in hers a bit, but when she realized I would hold my ground on this topic, she let go, and this is when she leaves, right?
じゃあさ、私先に酒盛りのテントに行ってるよ。早く来ないとケイちゃんの分なくなっちゃうからね。
ああ、分かってるって。すぐ行くから。
Neon left, trotting towards a particularly noisy tent on the other side of the shrine grounds. Before she got there, she stopped and turned back around. I showed no signs of going after her though, so she ran off.
もしも聞いてないんだったら話してもいいけど、ひょっとすると聞かないで彼女と一緒にお菓子を食べに行った方が賢明かもしれないよ。
See, you can't say that after bringing it up, man. You can't say that after already bringing it up because now he's curious. But I guess it wasn't his fault. It was ultimately Takano's. Which doesn't surprise me in the least. Hey now, you've already gotten my full attention here. I'm not going to leave without asking at this point.
ケイちゃんにも聞く権利があると思います。お姉はその権利を奪ってただけです。
Shion's voice was bristling with thorns as if somehow blaming Mio.
一体何の話だって言うんですか？あんまりもったいぶられると不愉快ですよ。
Takano-san, realizing how prepared I was, looked across the group. After confirming that there were no objections, she opened her mouth.
前原君はタタリを信じるかしら？
Wait, this is actually... Wait, I'm realizing so many things right now. Like, it's so weird because when it comes to talking about these curses and all of this stuff, Tomitake seemed a little bit uneasy about, I guess, bringing it up to Keiichi. Shion immediately got super serious, and then we have Takano here, smiling, almost like happy or eager to tell Keiichi about it. Now, as someone mentioned earlier, she does have kind of a sadistic sense of humor, so I'm sure a lot of people, when they first saw this, they thought like, you know, maybe she's just saying this to scare Keiichi or something. But knowing what I know, all of this makes sense. all of this makes sense. And of course, she would want to play it off as a curse. Of course, it makes so much sense. Holy crap. Dang, man. This is interesting. This is interesting. Alright, let's see. Where was I? It's interesting how Mion and Shion act regarding the curse. Shion is more open and straightforward, but Mion avoids it. Yeah, true. And we saw that in Sotsu as well. Shion pretty much disregarded the curse entirely, though even Kasai was worried something might happen that night. Tomitake low-key pushing Keiichi to go chase after Mion. That's true! Wingman Tomitake? Question mark? Keiichi getting a mental choice window here. And clearly, he chose wrong.
たたりですか？面白いとは思いますけど、あんまり信じては。
I think what I would have done if I was in this situation is I still would have followed after Mion, but I would have tried to, like, you know, I would have tried to convince her to tell me what's going on. I felt their cynical stares and winced. It was like they were telling me it was stronger not to believe in curses. It was stranger not to believe in curses.
ケイちゃんは間違ってないですよ。たたりなんて迷信もいいとこ。信じなくて当たり前です。
そうね。それにたたりを信じるかどうかは話を最後まで聞いてからゆっくり考えればいいことなんだから。
Said Takano-san, giving a little smile. They're trying to scare me. At least that's what it feels like.
じゃあ少し僕が話そうか。ケイイチ君はひなみ沢ダム計画を知ってるか？
Here we go. Oh yeah, the other day at Angel Mort, Shion or Mion rather told me about it.
確かひなみ沢が丸ごと水没する巨大なダムの計画が発表されたって言うんですよね。
その通り。
Ooh, now I'm starting to wonder if that, like, idea of building a dam in Hinamizawa actually happened, like, in real life. Like, if they were actually considering building a dam and flooding that entire village.
それに反対するために住民運動が結成され、国と激しい戦いを繰り広げたんだ。
I've heard that too. The entire village united, using all the power at their disposal, mass media, political influence, and other things, and fought the country. The way Mion described it made it sound like a boast.
あれ？ずいぶん詳しいじゃないか。その通りさ。わずか1000人ちょいの村人たちが中心になって結束して、国の施策を跳ね返したというちょっとした武勇伝なんだ。
1,000 or so villagers banded together and rejected the government's plans. From the images we saw, maybe that wasn't all of Hinamizawa, but from those images, it doesn't seem like there's 1,000 people in Hinamizawa. It seems like a pretty small village.
その辺はお姉に聞かされてませんか？この辺りの武勇伝はお姉も好きですからね。
ああ、話してたよ。
そのひなみ沢の人たちが結束して旗揚げした反対同盟の事務所があったのがね。
Ooh. An opposition faction.
この神社なんだよ。
It was this shrine.
ほら、あの集会所がその名残よ。解散後は老人会のサークル活動にしか使われてないけど、当時はまさに最後の砦だったの。
Takano-san explained this, pointing a finger towards the assembly hall. I had been carrying things in and out of there all day. I mean, I would understand if they put an office like that in the mayor's house or something, but having an office on shrine grounds made it feel kind of like a base camp for Sengoku period warriors.
そんな心境だったんだろうね。彼らはひなみ沢の守り神様であるお社様を祀る神社に本陣を置くことで必勝を祈願したんだよ。
Oh, I see. Oyashiro-sama. That was definitely it. They mentioned Oyashiro-sama's curse before. Is it the same Oyashiro-sama?
ケイチ君はお社様は知ってるかい？この神社の祀る神様の名前だよ。ひなみ沢を守ってると伝えられてる。
いや、よくは知らないです。
そうか。じゃあここから先は高野さんの方が詳しいかな。タッチ。
Passing the baton to her.
平たく言えばそのままよ。お社様はこのひなみ沢に伝わる古い神様で、神聖なこの地が属世に汚されることがないよう守り続けてきたと伝えられてるわ。
There's a freaking fairy in our ear? So essentially he's a basic standard guardian deity. I don't know about standard. I guess you can find that sort of god anywhere you go.
お社様崇拝は一種の先民思想の表れではないかと研究されているわね。先民思想って言葉わかるかしら？
Whoa, new art. Believing yourself chosen, a nationalistic belief that you are a part of a superior race or that you are a special clan chosen by the gods. They believe that they're a superior clan, so they believe strongly in cooperating with others, but they also end up being exclusionary towards other clans. So is this referring to the Furudes? I won't go into too much detail, but it's the sort of national and religious ideas that lead to war. Of course, that goes for Japan too.
大昔のひなみ沢の人たちは自分たちは人間とは異なる格の違う存在だと強く信じていてね。下界との交流を格が落ちるとして意味嫌ったそうなの。だから村に下界の人間が来ると不純が混じってお社様の罰が当たると強く信じ、何者も近寄らせなかったそうよ。
よそ者を嫌う村ってよく推理小説に出てくるだろ。典型的なそういう村だったらしいんだよ。
A xenophobic village.
一応名誉のために断りますけど、大昔のことですからね。今は違います。
Shion followed up quickly, having sensed the thorns in Tomitake-san's wounds. Words. Tomitake-san, embarrassed at what he said, scratched his head. So this shrine worships Oyashiro-sama, thinks of Hinamizawa as holy ground, and it's a symbol of their traditional hatred of the outside world.
なるほど。だから下界からやってきた汚れたダム計画に立ち向かうためにひなみ沢の守り神様の神社に本陣を置いたと。
I'm not gonna lie, this music does sound a little bit bizarre when, like, given the context of what's going on here. I don't know. It feels like a little much. Like, it's not the music that's bad, I just don't think it really fits this situation. Oh wait, I didn't even read any of that. I just read it all in my head. Okay, correct, smiled Takano, pleased. She must dislike stupid people. Superstition, every last bit of it.
村人たちは視力を尽くしてダム計画に立ち向かうんだ。その最中なんだよ。事実上、あの事件でとどめが入ったと言ってもいい。
The incident drove home the finishing blow. Oh yeah, Shido-sama's curse.
ひなみ沢ダムの建設現場の監督がですね、
Whoa,
殺されちゃ
what?
ったんです。
What is going on here with this music, man? Now this kind of fits the situation. The person managing the construction side of the Hinamizawa Dam was murdered in cold blood.
4年前かな。
4 years ago, I believe.
結構派手に新聞に載ったんですけど、覚えてません？
ちょっと知らないな。
Has Keiichi even been here for 4 years?
部下と喧嘩して、つるはしでめった打ちにされて、
Jesus.
両手両足、首思いで捨てられたんだそうです。
Beaten to death with a pickaxe. His limbs and head were torn off, and the remains disposed of.
バラバラ殺人だよ。
So I feel like I might be wrong, but this is our first time ever hearing what their weapon of choice was, right? So they used a pickaxe? The construction manager was murdered and dismembered. Such a gruesome incident. But it was just that, an incident. A person caused the incident, after all. Should they really put it down to the curse?
その翌年にはね、ひなみ沢の住人でありながらダム推進派のグループを結成していた男がね、旅行先で崖から落ちて死んじゃったの。
What? I feel like we're getting conflicting information here. Because I thought that the leader of that group was... Wait, no. I think this is a different group. Okay, I think the group they're talking about here isn't the same group that was involved with the murder. Yeah, I think these are two separate groups. Okay. And I think, okay, so if I'm correct, it says here, the man who had organized Hinamizawa's group of dam proponents. So, these are the people that were in support of the dam, I'm guessing. Because the person who fell from a cliff while on vacation and died, that was Satoko's parents. And we know her parents were in support of the dam. So, using that knowledge, I believe this was a group of people that supported it. So, this is the first incident we know of.
これは事故だそうよ。
Apparently it was an accident.
何しろ、ひなみ沢中から敵視されていたからね。警察もかなり念入りに他殺の線を洗ったんだけど、結局事故と断定したみたいだよ。
Now it's an accident. This is the most curse-like one, but it's still far-fetched.
さらに翌年、
Next year?
今度はね、この神社の神主さんが原因不明の病で倒れて急死しちゃったの。
前の神主さんは、こう言っちゃ失礼ですけど、ちょっと日和見な人だったんですよね。
What does that mean?
村中が反ダムで盛り上がってるのに、神主さんは放っておけみたいな感じで。
Oh. So he was neither for nor against the dam? Or maybe he didn't want the dam to be built, but he didn't, like, go out there and protest?
抵抗運動の象徴である神社の神主さんがそんな感じなんだからね。リーダーシップを期待していた当時の村人たちは失望し、中には怒りを抱く人たちもいたそうよ。だから当時、年寄り連中はみんな言ったんです。これはお社様のたたりだってね。
It did seem like every year dam-related people the village had resentment towards were dying. It was pretty creepy.
しかもね、面白いことにこれらの事件や事故は毎年必ず綿流しのお祭りの晩に起こるんだよ。
Yep. See, now, if I were just told about these two incidents, I wouldn't really think there was any correlation. But 4 incidents all happening in a row on the same day, that's when it starts to become really weird. That's when I'd start to be convinced it was a curse.
ね、ちょっとたたりっぽくなってきたでしょ。
Well, I would think either one, that it was a curse, but I feel like in the back of my mind, I would also think that there might be someone out there that's kind of using this curse as a disguise for their, like, murders and stuff. That's what I would think.
さらに翌年、つまり去年だね。
Last year.
今度は事故死したダム推進派のリーダー格の男の弟夫婦の奥さんが撲殺死体で発見されちゃったんだ。
So the sister-in-law of the man from the second incident, the one who accidentally died, was discovered dead, having been beaten to death. Now that is a pretty sad way to go. To die from being beaten to death? Jesus.
もちろん犯人は捕まったけどね。
ね、やっぱりたたりっぽいでしょ。
Why? See? Why is she trying so hard to convince us? Like, going into this for the first time, it seems like she's just trying to scare us, like I said earlier. But dude, now that I know, like, or I have an idea of what happens, this just seems like a blatant red flag. Like, she's trying so hard to convince us that this is a curse. 4 years in a row. Each one of the incidents and accidents were relatively commonplace. Alright, let's see. I feel like I've missed a lot of comments. I didn't even realize. The next village over was flooded by a dam in the 1960s. Okay. The dam fever in Japan was a real thing. Not sure if Shirakawa Go was slated for a dam, but that was historically accurate in theme at least. There are a lot of villages that suffered that fate, and lots of nearby villages that were pretty much ghosted as a result. The Yukishi killed the guy that was going to be the manager of a hypothetical dam construction at Shirakawa. Higurashi is he, years later, admitting his crimes. Kind of like when rappers admit their crimes and murders. Or in rap songs. Absolute genius. Interesting, never heard this song used here before. This discussion is a lot different from the first chapter, but I guess it makes sense since the visual novel said this chapter would focus on the history of Hinamizawa. These sound effects activate certain neuron paths in my brain. Pavlov moment. They mentioned the murder tools in the first episode. Oh, did they? I think that was already mentioned in the first chapter. Okay. I didn't remember them mentioning the pickaxe. Keiichi was reading about it when Rena showed up with her cleaver, scaring him more. Damn, here comes the creepy music and Higurashi sound effect combination done to great effect. I love how Tomitake looks like he's looking at Takano in this scene. Oh dang, I must have missed it. In a great mystery story, after you reread it, rewatch it, the answer must feel so obvious, then you feel dumb for not noticing the first time. Yeah, like, like I said, there's, like, so many things seem so obvious now that I kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. But the thing that makes this so interesting is that there are specific events that happen in the original Higurashi that isn't shown in Go or Sotsu, or that doesn't play out the same in Go or Sotsu. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. But going back through these and picking up on these little hints, it really makes me wonder how many people were able to guess that these things were happening, or how long it took people going into this for the first time to get an idea of what's actually going on. But every single one of them happening on one night of the festival, worshipping Oyashiro-sama, that's not normal.
年寄り連中はこの数年の事件ですっかりお社様のたたりを盲信しちゃって、若い人たちだって最初はバカにしてましたけど、今は誰も茶化しませんね。
Yeah, I can see where she's coming from. Even me, even if I didn't think there was a curse at all, thinking about all the incidents like this makes me feel like maybe it's real?
例えば今日のお祭り準備にしてもそうさ。ダムとの戦いで荒れていたとはいえ、何年か前までは綿流しはそんなに盛況していたわけじゃないんだよ。
Ooh. So yeah, maybe people feel obligated to attend, because if they don't, it'd be like disrespecting Oyashiro-sama. I think they also
ま
mentioned
あ
this.
そうですね。
Maybe not last chapter, but somewhere in Go or Sotsu.
お社様のたたりの話がなかったら、こんなにお祭りには集まりませんね。不信心者には罰が当たるかもしれない。だからお社様のお祭りには必ず出ようって言ってる人たち多いです。
Dang, so these guys are fakes. They're not coming here to watch Rika dance. They're coming here out of fear. That's messed up. She's out here working so hard, training all the time. And they don't even care. Shion nodded as if she were mocking herself.
どうかな。圭一君もひょっとしてたたりは本当にあるのではという気になってきたんじゃないかな。
I mean, you can't just laugh off people related to the dam construction project all dying like that. If even I feel like this now, then the more superstitious members of the village must feel stronger than that.
まあそれでもたたりなんかないと思ってます。ですけど信じる人たちの気持ちもわかるつもりです。
さすが。ケイちゃんは冷静に判断できてますね。
Shion grinned, realizing I'd rejected the curse.
たたりでもなく偶然のはずもないなら、さてこれらの事件はどういうことになるのかしらね。
I wonder. Takano said, smiling playfully, as if posing a riddle. Dude! Just... They're spelling it out, man! What the heck? Neither a curse nor a coincidence. But every year someone dies. What should we make of that then? Dude, see, the Riddler from Batman would be in shambles reading this. Nothing he's ever come up with was to this scale that Takano has made. Tomitake-san, catching on to the fact that I had no idea what to make of it, opened his mouth and came to my aid.
高野さんはね、人間の仕業かもしれないって言ってるんだよ。
Wow, that's actually super interesting, because now there's another level of depth here. If she's suggesting that it might be done by real people, then that kind of... I don't know. It kind of makes you think that she couldn't be one of those people, because why would she rat herself out? There's so much depth to this, man. Simple process of elimination would have gotten me there. I was a little taken aback at not having realized the answer immediately.
だってそうでしょ。たたりでもなく偶然でもないなら、人の意志が働いてるとしか考えられないもの。
She's really trying to scare him. Takano-san pressed on. I smiled bitterly in spite of myself. Here I was just a few minutes ago, thinking the very concept of a curse was absolutely absurd. When she suggested it was someone's doing, I ended up thinking there wasn't any way it could be a person. But Takano-san was right. It was either a curse or it was a person's doing. If unrealistic things like curses didn't exist, then the obvious next step would be to start thinking it was people behind it. But if that was the case, I glanced at Shion.
人間が犯人なら、確かにひなみ沢の誰かが犯人なんでしょうね。
Ooh, it could be you!
現に、警察の大石さんはそう見てますから。
おいおい。
That's why he's paying extra close attention this year.
そんなわけあるのかよ。
I thought I now knew the reason Mion didn't want to talk about this. If Oyashiro-sama's curse really existed, then that's fine. It would be divine judgment for the dam project business. However, if Oyashiro-sama's curse didn't exist, which it obviously didn't, then the culprit would most likely be someone from Hinamizawa. Now let's see if he can get the extra step, because he's halfway there. He knows that she probably didn't want to tell him because the culprit could be someone from Hinamizawa. But there's also that extra half that he hasn't mentioned yet, which is the fact that she probably didn't tell him for his sake, so that he wouldn't be, like, scared away from them. The villagers had worked desperately to oppose the dam construction project. I knew they had used all sorts of methods to fight against it. If one of those methods was maybe
お社様のたたりはダム計画抵抗運動の暗部じゃないかって囁かれてるんです。
Ooh, so is he gonna start suspecting Mion now? Shion dryly put words to my exact thoughts. Of course I didn't expect it. She was from Hinamizawa, so I didn't think she'd come out and say it herself.
ちょっと落ち着いて考えれば、誰が見たってひなみ沢の誰かの仕業だってわかることです。ダム工事に反対して得をする人以外、動機がないじゃないですか。
それはそうだけど。
Admitting to the existence of a darker side of the dam conflict would be rude to Mion, who spoke of it so highly. Interesting. Exactly. It's just too obvious that it makes you rethink it. A good mystery would make you question all sides. Should you just accuse the obvious answer? Or should you poke deeper for something more unpredictable? Man. Let's see. Takano, why do you sound so happy when talking about deaths? Exactly, and no one's questioning this? Whether they believe in the curse or not, coming to the festival is a show of solidarity, which is important in a small community like this. But the thing is, as Mion implied, let's see, I don't want to butcher what she said. Let's see. I think it's somewhere up here. Yeah, if we didn't have Oyashiro-sama to talk about, we wouldn't all be coming to the festival like this. So... Oh wait, I think there was something else too. Yeah, the Watanagashi festival was never this well attended. So when they say this, it makes me think that before, you know, there were probably a good number of people that came, but a lot of people that probably just sat home, chilled, didn't really care to come to the Watanagashi festival. But now, maybe out of fear of Oyashiro-sama's curse, they, like, all of them come to the festival. Let's see, to be honest, that's what makes a good, well-written mystery. Putting in obvious clues and then using new information to push you away from the answers to prevent you from guessing it too early. That is true, man. Takano actually played this so well. Wait. Yeah, I read that. Alright, let's keep going. So I couldn't just accept Shion's seemingly logical viewpoint.
それにね、警察の人は知らないだろうけど、ひなみ沢の人間にはわかる、ひなみ沢の人間の犯行だという証拠があるんです。
What is this music, man? There's proof that someone from Hinamizawa committed these crimes, and the people of Hinamizawa know it. Shion rebukes me to keep my voice down.
ごめん。でもその証拠って一体。
必ず一人が死んで、もう一人が消えるからです。
One person dies and one person disappears. One more person disappears. Did that mean that someone besides the one who died from the curse was a sacrifice?
消えるって意味が、それは失踪するって意味か？
そうです。忽然と跡形もなく。
Suddenly and without a trace. As she spoke, Shion pretended to do a trick with her hands, like she were making a magician's hat disappear. One dies a mysterious death, and one disappears, never to be seen again. A strange vanishing act. But then why? How does that equate to someone from Hinamizawa being the culprit?
実はね、ひなみ沢の古い伝統の一つにね。
This one really old legend.
お社様の怒りを鎮めるために、
Oh yeah, I
生贄を
remember
捧げ
this.
たというのがあるの。
Wait, was that the case? To calm his wrath? I feel like there's so many different Oyashiro-sama stories, because I could have swore they said one where they went to... No, maybe it wasn't to Oyashiro-sama, it was to the demons. They'd, like, whenever someone was sick, they would ask for the demons to cure them. Then in return, they'd need to, like, sacrifice someone or something like that.
生贄？
ええ。すまきにされて底なし沼に生きたままじわじわと時間をかけて沈めたんです。
Jesus. That's messed up. Who would willingly let that happen? Well, I guess it's pretty obvious that it was done by force then. But, like, how do you... I mean, this was a long time ago. They'd probably just, like, pick someone at random. Or, I don't know. Takano-san, though explaining something pretty terrible, has a look of glee on her face as she did so. Takano is enjoying this
文献を調べた限りでは3日3晩をかけて本当にゆっくりとじわじわと沈めたそうよ。
Jesus, 3 days and 3 nights for them to sink? They did say that the swamp was like a portal to hell or something, so...
ほら、
I guess it's just like a
昔
really
の人
deep
って
swamp.
結構ダジャレが好きでしょ。沈めるをかけてたんだと思うの。
Or maybe this was just like, I don't know, maybe an exaggeration or something. Because how would they even know how long it took for them to reach the bottom?
だから時間をかけて沈めるという意味があったんでしょうね。
And look, she's laughing like, oh my gosh. I know it's hard to say this, because I've already seen Go and Sotsu. But going into this, I'd already immediately, I feel like I would immediately not trust Takano at all. She'd be like a prime suspect in my mind. Now maybe there are some things that come up later on that kind of draw you away, like draw attention away from Takano. But right here, at this moment, I can't imagine people not already thinking Takano's up to something. It just seems so obvious, man. This is like going beyond trying to scare Keiichi. I think she's like genuinely taking pleasure in talking about this stuff. Takano-san was the only one laughing at this. Was she telling a joke or something? Shion didn't move to deny it, but I felt a difference in temperature between her cool expression and Takano's.
この辺の話はまあ聞いて想像がつくと思いますけど、ひなみ沢の秘史です。ひなみ沢に昔からいる人なら誰でも知ってますが、それを口に出すことはありませんね。
高野さんはひなみ沢出身じゃないけどね。彼女は郷土史とか民間伝承とかが好きでね。
Oh man, and maybe she did a ton of research, and she also said that she read literature, so maybe she did all of this research and read all of these stories to come up with a more concrete cover for what she's actually doing behind the scenes. Like, it's one thing for her to do what she's doing and just say it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, but being able to like have the knowledge to go in depth into what exactly the curse is, how it happened or how it started, having all of this knowledge just puts more and more of a stronger foundation underneath this lie. Very interesting. Someone else I know currently reading episode 2 thinks she is the sus one. I can't blame them, because he also is a lot like Takano in the sense of, in chapter 1, when he was talking to Keiichi and like talking about all of this horrible stuff like the dam incidents and people dying, he was smiling as well while talking about these incidents. So I could definitely see him being a suspect as well. As Ryu07 said in the manga afterwards, there is a key buried in the Sea of Keys when it comes to finding the true answers. Oh yeah, for sure, it's just too obvious. Anyone would suspect Takano at this point. It's Oyashiro-san's spell. When I watched the first anime, I convinced myself that Oishi was the culprit. Oishi is just sus in general. Yeah, Oishi is pretty damn sus in the early episodes. I don't blame anyone thinking that, though usually the detective is not the culprit. That is true, but then, now that you say that, how crazy would it be if the detective was the culprit? No one would expect it. Dang, man. Yeah. Wait. The mayor and Go and Sotsu didn't bother with the bamboo, just chucked her in there. Poor Rika. Poor Rika. Alright.
全部独学で調べたんだよ。
そんなにかっこいいものじゃないのよ。単なる知的好奇心。
So you say.
子供と同じよ。ただの怖いもの見たさ程度なんだから。
Yeah, okay, I'm not buying it. Tomitake-san laughed, a little bit embarrassed.
ちょっと待ってください。ってことは何ですか？事件のたびに消えるという一人は生贄に捧げられているって言うんですか？
And you can already see Keiichi's kind of in distress. Like, it definitely Like, if her goal was to try to scare Keiichi, we can definitely see it's working. Yeah, Shion answers in one word before anyone else can speak. Someone dies, then someone disappears.
本当に生贄にされてるかどうかは別にして、過去の事件では必ず一人が死ぬ他に一人が消えてるんだよ。例えば一番最初のダム現場の監督が殺された事件も、複数犯のうちの最後の一人が未だ逮捕されてないらしいんだ。
Yep, one of the people responsible still hasn't been arrested. And it wasn't just anyone, it was the leader of the group.
それは単にうまく逃げおおせてるだけなんじゃないんですか。別に生贄にされたというのとは違うのでは。
まあ僕もそうだとは思うんだけどね。で、次の年のダム推進派のリーダー格の男なんだけど、
Oh, now they're getting into
確
all
か
the people that went
旅行先
missing.
で崖から落ちて亡くなったんですよね。
His wife was on that vacation too.
落ちたのは奥さんも一緒らしいの。警察は懸命に捜索したんだけど、どうしても奥さんの遺体だけ見つけられないんですって。
Now that's very bizarre. That's really bizarre. You have a car accident with two people in the car, you find one person dead and the other person's missing. For 3 years? That's really strange.
崖下の川は増水してたそうだからね。どこか川下の湖の湖底で土砂にでも埋まってしまったのかもしれないけどね。
And look, the fact that she can say this with a smile is so creepy. Talking about someone's corpse being buried under the sand at the bottom of a lake and no one ever being able to find them. The perpetrator of a dismemberment like that wouldn't want to be caught, so they'd be desperate to run away and hide too. I thought I'd heard about cases where the corpse wouldn't surface after the person drowned in a swelled river like that. She vanished because of an unfortunate accident, but I still didn't see the connection to sacrifices. If you took each of the past incidents in turn, none of the disappearances evoked that terrifying of an image. Just wait, there's still 2 more incidents.
その翌年の神主の病死の時ははっきりしてます。奥さんが遺書を残したんです。死んでお社様のお怒りを鎮めに参りますってな感じのが神主さんが亡くなった晩に自宅に残されてたそうですから。
The curse, it seems to turn up in this one, though.
まあ真相は闇の中なんだけどね。
Maybe.
その奥さんが受水自殺した沼は、さっき高野さんも話した例のでっかい底なし沼ってことになっててね。警察も沼を調べたそうだけど、遺品がいくつか見つかっただけで遺体は発見できなかった。警察は偽装自殺を疑って今でも探してるらしいよ。
Someone dies every year, and in the same way someone goes missing every year. Is she trying to tell me that everyone who vanished was kidnapped by some extremely efficient means and dumped into the bottomless swamp still alive and drowned to death? But a curse? That's unbelievable in its own right. I don't know if that's possible. Like, how could they get a hold? Number one, who's to say that the guy who got into the car accident, if his wife was even still alive? And two, how would they be able to get to the accident, find the woman, and then drag her all the way back to Hinamizawa to sacrifice her in that swamp? That seems so unrealistic.
その翌年にはなんだっけ、ダム推進派の男の弟夫婦の奥さんだっけ
Here we go.
が殺されたんだよな。
So at that time, someone else vanished?
消えました。 北条聡くんっていう私と同い年の男の子です。
Oh, so this is his first time hearing about this in this chapter. There was a boy around my age named Satoshi Hojo. Let's see if he makes the connection.
殺された主婦の義理の甥にあたります。
Shion cut in with a slight strong tone of voice. She knew the boy who had disappeared pretty well. At least that's the vibe I was getting.
まあざっとこんな
Oh,
感じ
I
ね。
guess he didn't make the connection between Satoshi and... He was able to connect the Furude shrine with Rika Furude, but he wasn't able to make the connection between Satoshi Hojo and Satoko Hojo.
必ず一人が死んで必ず一人が忽然と消える。
Leaving the suddenness aside, the fact was that each incident involved one person disappearing.
じゃあつまり一人目が死ぬのはお社様のたたりで、二人目が失踪するのは村人が生贄に捧げてるからだって言うんですか？
ケイちゃん、たたりなんかないです。
Let him know.
誰かがお社様のたたりという名で一人目を殺し、
See, this is
誰
exactly
か
what
が
I
その
would
生贄と
what I
し
would
て
have been
二人
thinking.
目をさらってるんです。
That someone is using it as a guise.
でもシオン、それじゃあ村の中に犯人がいるってことになるんだぞ。
私は初めからそう睨んでます。結構ショックですよ。この昭和の時代にそんな古い飲酒で人殺しが堂々と行われるなんて。
You know what? This is also probably why Shion was so serious when talking about the security of this year's Watanagashi festival. Because I feel like there's a part of her that also wants to get to the bottom of this. And we know she kind of has, like, I don't know how to explain it. She kind of has ties with people that are good at gathering underground information, so. It didn't have anything to do with our discussion, but I got the feeling that maybe Shion didn't like Hinamizawa very much. Oh, you think? Just a hunch? Mion enjoyed talking about Hinamizawa and its epic tales. So she had avoided talking about Oyashiro-sama's curse, which didn't paint Hinamizawa in a good light no matter how you looked at it. She was trying not to give me a bad impression of the village, so she didn't say anything. Shion, on the other hand, was somehow different. She wasn't rejecting the concept of a curse to purge Hinamizawa of this bad impression, but rather because she strongly believed that a member of the village was the criminal behind this. Her conviction seemed a bit removed from the tight sense of community held by the people of Hinamizawa. Once upon a time, they looked so alike you could mistake one for the other. But talking to her now, I was getting a powerful feeling that Shion had a completely different personality than Mion.
じゃあ皆さんはひなみ沢の誰かが犯人だと思ってるんですね。
Neither Shion nor Takano-san answered that. The deafening silence told me all that needed to be said.
じゃあ重ねて質問します。ひなみ沢の誰かが犯人なら、犯人は誰なんですか？
Neither Shion nor Takano-san had a reply to that question either. Though it may have been rude to ask, I had hoped they wouldn't have one. The reason I asked was to argue that their explanation that the culprit was from Hinamizawa was nothing more than one possibility. Shion caught on to my plan. She gave a pained smile at my petty spite and opened her mouth to speak.
私が言ったのは所詮状況証拠ですからね。具体的に犯人の名前を知ってたなら警察に突き出してます。
Oh, is that true? Is that true though? Oh, then what about Takano-san? She too smiled dryly as Shion had and opened her own mouth.
はじめに誤解を解いておきたいんだけど、別に私は探偵さんのつもりはないのよ。本音を言うとね、犯人が誰かなんてことには興味ないの。
Really?
高野さんも困った人だな。
Tomitake-san gives a bitter laugh at her surprising opinion on the matter.
私はね、古式ゆかしい残酷な風習やおとぎ話に興味があるだけ。
What kind of sick person says this? I just like cruel and atrocious ancient traditions and fairy tales. I mean, I guess I can kind of relate, but for a different reason. Because, for me, if you, like, for example, go on my Annie list or my anime list, and you look at my manga, I have quite a few, like, pretty brutal, like, gory, manga in there. But I watch them for a different reason, or I read them for a different reason. Here, I feel like Takano, she says I just like cruel and atrocious ancient traditions. But for me, the reason why I loved reading all of those manga is because I love the shock value from it. Because I had never seen really anything like it until I had started reading those. And it's actually been a long time since I've read them or read manga seriously in general. But I can kind of see where she's coming from, but not exactly. Because I didn't... I don't know. I guess you could argue that me and Takano are similar. But when I read those, I can't really say I enjoy all of the terrible things happening in those manga. But at the same time, I enjoy the shock value from those terrible things that happen. So, I don't know. I just love, like, reading through a manga and I see something absolutely crazy happens. Like, say someone, they go on this vacation with their friends to this, like, island or something, and then they get stung by this bee, and then their head ends up exploding, and this is some bee that has never been recorded anywhere. No one knows anything about it, and it's just like this island full of... Well, I guess you guys probably know what series I'm hinting at. But, I don't know. It's just the shock value, man. Just, like, crazy things happening. Like, people exploding. Like, someone bashing someone else's head in. It's just, like, why? Like, why is this happening? Why are they so detailed in their drawings and stuff when showing it? I don't know. I don't know if I'm even making any sense. The guy that likes medieval history. Any teenager goth girl. Takano is the kind of person who searches on YouTube dark truth and nursery rhyme. True! The kind of person who plots to destroy villages. Time to do the meme of we are not the same. I think everyone enjoys a good adrenaline rush once in a while from being scared or shocked or whatever. Let's see. But Takano takes it to another level. Takano is too obviously the culprit at this point that it feels impossible. Plus, they are going to basically give us an answer this chapter that shuts down a lot of less mystery-brained people. Really, really? I can't wait to see what that is then.
知的好奇心で面白がってるだけなの。
I only enjoy them from a curious onlooker's perspective. We're all here watching you read through a visual novel where everyone dies multiple times in various brutal ways. Exactly, exactly. Okay, so I'm sure many of you guys are similar. In
だ
that
か
it's
ら
like...
一連の事件も犯人は誰かってことよりも事件の存在自体が 古い因習がまだ根深く残ってることの証拠だって思って面白がってるくらい。
Okay. Though she described herself as nothing more than a curious onlooker, her smile was as sharp as the tip of a blade. Women like her felt very strange and a little scary to me. See? Like, they're kind of throwing it at you. Maybe it's just that I was in fearful awe of the person whose emotions I couldn't comprehend.
私は全然面白くないですけどね。
Dang.
明日はいよいよ渡流しのお祭りですけど、誰にも死んでほしくないし、誰も消えてほしくないです。
明日か。
That's right. It had completely slipped my mind. The string of murder incidents people attributed to Oyashiro-sama's curse, it wasn't over. If last year's incident wasn't the end, then tomorrow night at the festival, would someone die and someone disappear? I don't know.
明日は一体誰が死んで誰が消えるのかしらね。
Whoa, this is a new expression from Takano. And here, I think it's the same, but just with her open mouth. And look at Shion over here. She is on demon time right now. What is going on? Oh, yeah. See? Well, actually, Takano doesn't look nearly as creepy here. Like, I don't know. She looks a lot more, I guess, wholesome. Innocent, I guess. Here, she's just kind of... It's hard to... I guess... It's hard to read her expression here. And then they're not even trying to hide it in this one. They're not even trying to hide it. Alright. Takano-san said, running a comb through her hair with elegant movements, with a thin smile and a voice that nearly made me shudder. She almost looked like she was enjoying the thought of the incidents that could happen tomorrow. Then, out of the blue, we heard a loud round of applause. They seemed to be ending the drinking party early. Look, you missed it! Right, I was making Mion wait this whole time, wasn't I? Ah, Keiichi. I should go back to her soon. Whoa, new art.
からかいすぎだよ。ケイチ君がすっかり真に受けてしまったじゃないか。
ごめんなさいね。また悪い癖が出ちゃったみたい。
Look at this is so creepy, man. This is so creepy. I don't trust her at all, and I can't understand how this is a thing. Takano and Tomitake, it's just... I don't know, man. I could not trust her. Said Takano-san, sticking out her tongue bashfully. The strangeness in her expression was nowhere to be found.
高野さんはね、純粋そうな子を見るとからかいたくなる悪い癖があるんだよ。
I had to call that... That's a lot more than poking fun. Like, she got way too in depth with that. ケイチ君が真剣に聞いてくれるもんだから、ついつい調子に乗っちゃったみたいなんだ。 Yeah, this is like mentally scarring for a kid. Like, imagine realizing that anyone in the entire village that you live in could be a murderer. Like, that's beyond just playing a little joke on someone. Unlike Takano-san, Tomitake-san seemed like a totally normal person with common sense. They were apologizing after realizing what kind of impression they'd given me.
高野さんが今した話はあくまでもフィクションだからね。もしもさっきの話でケイチ君がひなみ沢に持ってたいい印象が傷つけられてしまったなら、純粋に申し訳なく思うよ。
もうジローさんだな。
高野さんも謝った方がいい。 怖がらせてしまってごめんなさいってね。
Takano-san and Tomitake-san were arguing and messing around now. The strained air around us had already dissipated.
ケイちゃんもそろそろ戻った方がいいです。お姉は嫉妬深いですからね。私は顔を合わせると喧嘩になりそうだからこのまま帰ることにします。
そうなのか？じゃあ俺はミオンのとこに戻って待たせたことを謝るかな。
迷惑をかけたね、ケイチ君。ミオンちゃんにケイチ君を長く借りすぎて申し訳ないと伝えてくれないかな。
あ、はい。伝えても機嫌は直さないと思いますけど、一応。
Tomitake-san and Takano-san standing next to each other both began to chuckle.
じゃあね、ケイちゃん。明日のお祭り、どこかですれ違えるといいですね。
会えるよ。どうせ俺たちのことだ。賑やかにやってるに決まってる。
Alright. Shion and I said our goodbyes to Tomitake-san and Takano-san. Alright. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but this chapter feels extremely long. Like, holy crap, dude. We still haven't even gotten to someone getting cursed or any of that. Like, we haven't even started the Watanagashi festival yet. Dude, this is... We still have so much to go. We still have so much to go. Alright. But, with that being said, I think I'm gonna be ending today's stream right here. Before we get any further into the story, I think this is a good place to stop. Right before we go and meet up with Mion. And kind of, I guess, see how she feels after Keiichi left her behind. Or left her to go on by herself, so... Let's see. Let me save real quick. Alright, so back to here. And then, get some music going. Alright, let's see what you guys have been saying. 3 hours in Watanagashi and chill, and she gives you that look. I'm picturing it in my mind, and our big mommy Ayua would still greet her guest as a child of man. I imagine Takano absolutely freaking out, though. Oh wait, can you imagine Takano finding herself meeting Ayua, or the real 3-4? When you hear someone both grounded and swole like Tomitake telling you it's all fiction, it almost makes you want to believe him. The stream starts with Sonic, but we're going slow as hell. Oh well, the time flew by. Yeah, it actually really did. We've been streaming for 3 hours, dude. That is crazy. And it looks like we're slowly catching up. For chapter 1, we played it for 32.4 hours. And with this Watanagashi, we are at just about 24 hours. So we're getting close. I don't know why it feels so much longer though. I have no idea. We're done for today. Just got back from something. Damn. Yeah. We're unfortunately gonna be ending the stream here. Man, I feel like we were in that conversation for forever, dude. To be fair, this chapter has a lot more going on. Where did we leave off? We left off right at the end of the conversation, and Keiichi is about to go and reunite with Mion. But I, stopped it on the black screen before they reunite with her. So we're going to be picking up from there next stream. 32 hours has to be a record. Wait, really? Is it that bad? 32 hours to get through chapter 1? Dude. That's, I don't know. I have no words. I have no excuses. I can already picture the playlist at the end of it all. Dude, I can't. Let me actually see. What is the playlist looking like? So right now, well, after, no, I think right now we have 18 streams of Higurashi that we've done so far. Each of them being about anywhere between like 3 to 4 hours. So, yeah, we've been here for quite a while. What are your thoughts on this chapter compared to the first? So, this chapter is definitely a lot more information heavy. That's for sure. And I guess what makes this chapter different from the first one is that I feel like for a lot of it, you're kind of questioning what's going on around you, because we know that Keiichi's kind of conflicted. He's wondering, is this real or is this a curse? And he's starting to overthink a ton of things. He's becoming increasingly paranoid, and you can kind of see it happening. You can see his descent into madness happening in real time, which made it super entertaining. And here, we start off the entire first half with these super wholesome moments of Mion and Shion and Keiichi. Like the times we visited Angel Mort, we had the awesome curry competition. Like, all of it has been rainbows and sunshine up until this episode right here, or I guess last episode, when Shion and Mion bumped into each other. But this episode, I feel like we're finally getting into the typical Higurashi arc, or I guess the typical moment in every arc, where we find out about the history of Hinamizawa, and then soon we all know someone's gonna get cursed. It's just a matter of who's going to get cursed and what are they going to do, and to who. Those are the questions we still need to figure out, because I'm not sure. I do remember how Sotsu and how Go played out, but I feel like this is going to be different. I feel like this is going to be very different. Let's see. This is a dial-up speed, opposite of speed run. It's a slow run. This is a full clear, exactly. This is a 100% full clear playthrough. We're achievement hunting. Exactly. Damn, forgot he's already getting paranoid here. Watanagashi Festival hasn't even ended yet. His descent was more slower in the first. Exactly. Like, dude, we didn't even start the Watanagashi Festival. And usually, there's like, so coming up, we have the entire Watanagashi Festival. And then after that, we have to unpack the like aftermath of the Watanagashi Festival. So I feel like right now we're at the halfway point, or maybe we're a little bit past it, but it feels like we still have so much to go. The festival is the turning point pretty much always, and this is the most sane question arc. Keiichi, really? Well, he hasn't really done anything too bad yet. Like, he's kind of understandably freaked out after hearing about the Watanagashi stuff, but he hasn't like made any changes in his life yet, or in how he interacts with others yet. Unlike in the first chapter, when we see he started bringing a bat to school every day, and he started skipping out on the after-school game nights. So he hasn't started making any lifestyle changes yet, but we can see that this is the beginning of him starting to question his safety in Hinamizawa. Just super. This is always fun to look forward to, so I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. I'm really interested in seeing Mion's reaction to Keiichi kind of ditching her, but I'm guessing now she knows that he knows. And so are they going to touch on it? Is she going to explain why she didn't tell him? I have no clue. But hopefully we find out all these things in the next live stream. And with here, I'm going to be ending the stream. Thank you all so much for stopping by the stream. Whether you came by during the end, somewhere in the middle, or if you've been here all the way from the start of the stream, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm glad to see so many of you guys are enjoying these live streams. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Oh wait, I'll finish this one before I go. I actually can't wait for the next arc, because that's where Keiichi's character really shines. And I mean, it really presents us his flaws point blank hard. It's hard to watch, but it's so good. Dang, man. Next chapter is going to be spicy. Keiichi seems like a generic pro tag at first, but he's actually so interesting. Exactly! He's so interesting. I love him. And his voice actor. They're both awesome. Alright. But take care, guys, and I will catch you all next Friday at 1 p.m. EST. So, have a good one in the meantime. And let's see. Alright, and take care, guys.